Hello everybody, welcome to my part 5 of our video series on the labor shortage, why nobody wants to work anymore, get ready for takeoff. We're flying in the direction of the labor market. And on part 4 we concluded with Dr. Phil. We're just getting into Dr. Phil. I probably should turn the screen around because their facial reactions are just as important, I think. I may rewind it just a little bit because I want you to see their body language. I'm starting to think, yeah, but I don't want to get a copyright strike. So Fair Use Act. We are stopping the video every so often because of that. And I want to comment because they're saying something. I want to comment on what they said. Asmongold does a way better job. I've been trying to watch him for a while, learn his style, the way he comments, does video reactions, and he's been doing it for a long time, mind you. He's been at this for a long time. Asmongold is good at it. No one does video reactions the way he does. Everyone else just steals everybody else's content, but he doesn't. He actually comments and provides commentary on the content. I had someone do a commentary on my content. Someone took one of my videos and did a video commentary on it, just like Asmongold. That's a threshold that I crossed, by the way. That's important. Not many people have that done to them. Someone actually took one of my videos and dissected it. I'm going, yeah, that's awesome. I can't believe it, but yeah, someone actually did that. Yeah, so again, I'm going to rewind it just a little bit because I know you probably heard this in part 4, but that's okay. I want you to see what he's saying here. I also want you to see their body language. This guy wearing the suit, this stuck-up snob sitting here, because that's what he is. I think he's a snob and a half. He thinks he's all of that. He's not. And this poor kid, I feel for him. They're going to rip on him. Just thought you should know. And I feel for him because I support him. I think he's right. Mark Cuban would be supporting him. Kevin O'Leary would support him. Yeah, Mr. Wonderful. I guarantee it they'd be backing him. Kid, you're spot on. At least you're doing something with your life. Absolutely. I would support him. Just because he's doing something. But these boomers are going to dump on him. So, I'm going to have to rewind it just a little bit. So, let's see. Let's go back to this point here. I know you've already heard this in part 4, but I want you to see their body language. Okay? So here we go.
Okay, because the opportunity cost was low, but the opportunity was very high. And my first 10 guys, one of them had a license. One. These guys are hard workers, but they're addicts, they're alcoholics. But I can't get the kids in my own backyard to come and sign on, and they can see the opportunity. They can see the opportunity. They see that it's hard work, and they don't want a piece of it. That's the problem.
The thing that
True. They can see the hard work, and they don't want any part of it. That's absolutely true. I'm going to go to full screen here because I really need you to see their body language. How they're reacting, how they're talking to him. But it's true. These kids see it and go, I don't want any part of that. I don't want to work my ass off in the hot sun, doing lawn care, putting on a roof, when I can go online and make money. See, this is a paradigm shift. And you can't blame them for wanting to do that. If the opportunity is there, they should take it. I get it. Because now I'm older. I've lived my life. And I'm going, I need to catch up with this young generation. I'm 57. I need to play catch up with them. ASAP. And so, yeah. Let's get back into the video. Like I said, I want you to see their body language, their facial.
I would say, because you're saying obviously the kids, I'm a kid, 22, I'm young. When a kid picks up their phone and they can see somebody that is playing a game and making more money than the person laying down the roads, why would they choose the trades over doing something that they love?
That's one in a million.
Yeah,
That's one in a
exactly. The
million.
numbers,
Yeah, thank
the
you.
numbers are a little different, and let's not confuse getting an advanced degree or having a white-collar job with laziness. Those are two different things. Actually, people who went to college make more income than people who didn't. These are statistical averages, by the way. I'm sure there are master plumbers who do a lot better, but if you have a college degree, chances are you make 65% more than someone who doesn't. If you have an advanced degree, you make 42% more than someone who does not have an advanced degree. Having said that, muscle jobs are not going to stay here. And that's the honest truth. The muscle jobs go where muscle is cheap, and that's not the United States of America. That's
Well,
not
but if
Finland,
the
it's not
jobs
Sweden.
are here, they're going to
The
be
jobs
here.
are here, and that's why you're going to bring in cheap labor, and cheap labor is going to be here, and that's why
It's not cheap.
it's cheaper than
It's not
cheaper
cheap.
than the local.
And the labor we bring in is
Wow, that guy in a suit is such a snob. I'm telling you, I don't like him. He just rubs me the wrong way. He thinks he's all that. He's quoting stats how you can make more money with a college degree. That's such bullshit. That's such a lie. Even if you do, you got to pay more in taxes. You're deep in debt with student loans. Are you really better off than the tradesman? I don't think so. By the time you factor in your student loans, by the time you factor in your higher tax bracket, no, you're not better off. Then the long hours you have to work. Doctors put in 60, 70 hours a week. Lawyers do too. Do they spend quality time with their families? No, they don't. They don't have a work-life balance. That guy in the suit is such a snob. And he was already putting down muscle jobs. Did you hear what he said? Did you not hear what he said about muscle jobs? He's just turning his nose up. That's exactly why that young kid is not going into the trades. It's because of that guy in the suit. I don't like that guy. He rubs me the wrong way. The two boomers over here, the tradesmen, I like them. They don't rub me the wrong way. I understand where they're coming from. I get it. But this guy in the suit over here, screw him. I mean, I don't mean to swear, but fuck that guy. Really. I mean, I just don't like him. The things he's saying is so disrespectful. He's such a snob. I'm going to rewind it just a little bit here. I want you to hear what he said again. I'm serious. I just... he rubs me the wrong way. All right, here we go again. I'm going to turn it back just a little bit.
People who went to college make more income than people who didn't. These are statistical averages, by the way. I'm sure there are master plumbers who do a lot better. But if you have a college degree, chances are you make 65% more than someone who doesn't. If you have an advanced degree, you make 42% more than someone who does not have an advanced degree. Having
Taxes
said
and
that,
student loans,
muscle
no.
jobs are not going to stay here. And that's the honest
Fuck you.
truth. The muscle jobs go where muscle is cheap, and that's not the United States of America. That's
Well,
not
but if
Finland,
the
it's not
jobs
Sweden.
are here, they're going to
The
be
jobs
here.
are here, and
Yeah.
that's why you're going to bring in cheap labor, and cheap labor is going to be here, and that's why
It's not cheap.
it's cheaper than
It's not
cheaper
cheap.
than the local.
and the
It's
labor we
cheaper.
bring in is not skilled. When you did your comparison a while ago, you were comparing a surgeon to a regular plumber. You said, I'm not talking master plumber, but then you're not talking a regular doctor. You're talking a surgeon.
A surgeon.
You can't compare a specialist to a regular plumber.
Okay.
It'd be like comparing a master plumber to a
doctor
doctor.
to a plumber, a surgeon to a master plumber.
Okay.
Again, the difference
like
in terms
this
of
guy.
quality of life and income
This
is
guy's
still
a snob and a
vast.
half.
Vast. The average surgeon is about $600,000 to $900,000 a year. You
That
look
would be a
at
pay cut for me.
well, and you're the exception. But
Okay.
I'm talking about the average surgeon. But you're the
Okay, this guy is a snob and a half.
in this country actually make six figures.
Yeah, don't forget your taxes and student loans.
Many felt she couldn't run her ranch by herself. Boy, did she prove the doubters wrong.
My husband, Steve, had grown up on a farm in Virginia.
Okay.
We bought this ranch together.
So, again, that guy just a total snob. Oh, he so disrespected those blue collar workers sitting across from him. Oh my God, there's a better way he could have approached this. Well, he's quoting these numbers. Oh, a doctor can make 600 to 900K, but he's working 70 hours a week. He can't see his wife, and he's always on call because someone needs surgery, life-saving surgery, right now. He can't even hardly take a vacation. It's hard for them. They get called out. There's a downside. He's going to pay malpractice insurance. How much does he actually net at the cost of his health, his sanity? Ever see the TV series MASH? Then that's not too far-fetched from the life of a doctor. They're always on call. Those helicopters, I mean, even in real hospitals, it's this way. If you're a specialist, some kid comes in, he needs some kind of emergency surgery, you're on call, dude. Your vacation's canceled, dude. I mean, think about it. This guy is a snob, a total snob. I hate his guts. He disrespected that electrician and I guess the plumber across from him. He totally disrespected them. Yeah. I have great respect for electricians and plumbers. My dad used to be a plumber. My dad used to work in a factory called Wayne Metal. My mother was a nurse. I have respect for these workers. This guy in the suit, a snob and a half. God, I can't stand him. We're going to skip over this part. She's I guess, a rancher. Okay, let's go to this part here.
Well, due to having cows that are pregnant and being short-handed on the ranch, Lisa's joining us virtually because she just couldn't leave. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad to talk to you. You say finding hired help that can critically think and is skilled has been more than difficult.
You know, ranching is, you got to be able to think, and then you got to be able to implement the solution that you think of. So there's a balance there. You got to use your brain and your muscles.
Yeah, it's not easy work. Do you have any help at all?
My daughter helps me when she's not playing tennis. I call my brother when I get in a wreck. Right now, I couldn't come to Dallas to be with you today because I needed to milk my cow every morning and night. And a couple nights ago, I needed to pull a calf out of a heifer.
Okay, a lot of local people around here who have a farm can relate to this girl. Farm work is hard work. My grandfather was a farmer after he served in World War II. And my dad had to get up and milk cows before going to school in the morning. Yeah, they had to walk to school. So I get what this young lady is saying. And also, if you own a restaurant or any business, pay attention to the age bracket of the repair people. Because I guarantee a lot of your roofers, the people that fix your restaurant equipment or whatever equipment you have, they're all in their 50s. Yeah. The tradesmen that come in to repair, do handiwork around your place, all in their 50s. I guarantee it. Hardly any of them under the age of 45. Yeah. Pay attention to the demographics of your repair people. If you own a restaurant and your walk-in cooler goes down, you could be out of business. You call various companies. They can't get people out there. They're short-staffed. This actually happened to a restaurant. A Steak and Shake, actually, this happened to. I heard a story. They couldn't get a plumber out for 6 weeks. They were 6 weeks backed up, and they needed somebody that day. They were 6 weeks closed. They ended up closing their doors. Why? Labor shortage. They couldn't get a plumber. Every company they called, they were out for several weeks. They can't get anybody just to even come and look at it. Let alone if they needed a part for something, like your walk-in cooler. Oh my God. What happens if you own it's such a liability. If you own a restaurant, I know my friend Desiree has one, but if something goes wrong, what if they can't get a hold of anybody for weeks because of a labor shortage? This is a very real thing. It may not be that bad in Springfield yet, but in other areas, it is. And it's going to get worse. What if Desiree calls somebody and they tell her it's going to be at least a week? She doesn't have a week. Even if she can't bribe them very much, because I got to have somebody today. So we don't have anybody. So what if she calls every person and they all tell her we're out for several days? Her restaurant's gone for several days. Those employees will disappear eventually because every day they're not working, they're not getting paid. And those servers live on tips. They don't have that tip money coming in. Every day that goes by, you risk somebody quitting and going work something. Because I gotta have a paycheck today. I live on tips. They're working hand to mouth. They can't afford to be laid off for a week. They gotta have money right now. They got bills, kids to feed. Absolutely. So it's really bad. This is part 5. I can't believe it. I think in our podcast, when we do the audio version, we're probably going to focus on the comments that came into Michael's post more than anything. We'll go over some of the details I outlined. We're going to, because this is part 5. We've already up to 2 hours already. I guarantee it. At the end of part 5, we've gone 2 hours. If it's 25 minutes for each one, that's roughly 2 hours. Okay, let's move on here.
And that was kind of a dicey deal. You got to be able to judge whether she's going to have that calf by herself or whether she needs help. I decided to go in. I was glad I did because the calf was coming right. They need to come just like a diver. Yeah. But he was just big and the heifer was small, and we got it out and the baby's doing just fine.
Heifer's okay?
Heifer's okay.
Yeah.
She's doing great.
I've been doing this show 22 years. First time I ever got to say that. Well, I think that we need much more of that kind of attitude, spirit, effort, and energy in this country right now. So you are a great example. Thank you for talking to us. You know, I think Mikey actually has made a really good point. You know, one of the things that Mikey said is I'm 22, going to work, and hearing people 20 years older making the same complaints that I'm thinking and feeling. Do I want to be doing that 20 years down the road? And here's the thing. If you can find something that you can exchange with the world for a good living that you're passionate about, that you want to do, man, you've hit a home run. I've worked in the litigation arena for a long time and very passionate about it. It was great. And when that no longer lit me up, when I got really weary of traveling all over the country from trial to trial to trial, I told Robin, when this no longer appeals to me, I'll stop doing it. And when it did, I did. And you've got to be passionate about what you're doing. Look, there's nothing wrong if you want to go to college and get that degree, if you want to get the advanced degree, but you've got to be realistic with yourself about it. And if you're not going into the trades because you think they're not respected or somebody won't swipe right or left or whatever it is on the dating site because you're a plumber or an electrician or something, you've got to decide what's right for you. College, the duration is 4+ years. You know, trade school, it's 18 to 24 months usually. college cost is $151,140 on average. Trade school total cost averages $33,000. The college graduation rate is like 62.2%. For the trade school, the graduation rate is 98.4%. And the college job in the field of study, 46%. Trade school, the job in the field of study is 75%. And so you start out a little lower, but you've got less debt and you get to working a lot sooner. The real variable is you. The real variable is you love what you're doing and you're really putting yourself out there. Not everybody can be chief of surgery at Cedars. Not everybody can be a master plumber. But I'm telling you, every one of you, me, you, we're all in business for ourselves. I don't care if you're working for a big corporation. You are a company of one, and you are the CEO of you. And you got to ask yourself, what am I doing to advance my cause? And when you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. You choose to put more into your career, it comes at the cost of your family. You choose to put more energy and effort into your family, it can come at the cost of your career. The idea is to get a balance. And if that balance is spiced by passion on your part, where you're happy when you do get home versus really beat down when you get home, makes a huge difference. It's not always quantity of time, it's quality and how you feel at the end of that day. So just understand there's a really rich field of opportunity in the next 4 to 5 years with the trades, because you guys are dying for help, right? There are millions of jobs that are going to be available, and don't let people make you feel that that's second-class citizen, because it absolutely is not. College is not for everyone. The trades is not for everyone. Find what's right for you.
All right. Basically, that's what he was saying, and let's see if we can escape full screen here. There is another part that we're not going to go into that one, but they did try to roast that kid a little bit. It just seemed like, because I saw it and I thought they were roasting him, but in the end, Dr. Field kind of defended him. But the kid was absolutely correct. Follow your dreams, follow your passion. And the idea, it's so sad that blue-collar workers are frowned on. Because I'm telling you, in the next few years, they're going to be the rock stars of tomorrow. People are going to stop frowning on them. Because we need diesel mechanics. We need auto mechanics. What if your car breaks down? These new cars are so computerized. What if your car's out for 6 months? Here's something you need to think about. Because I was watching another video on this, and this guy is an auto mechanic, right? And he's telling the ups and downs of being an auto mechanic. And I got to thinking, what if there's no one going into the trades and your car breaks down? And anymore, these cars are high tech, but there's no one to fix them. No one knows how to fix them. No one went to school. We don't have enough technicians to fix your car. Well, if people aren't driving, the economy is going to stop. There is no economy. We got to keep people on the roads. These cars have to keep moving. If we don't have mechanics to fix these cars in the next few years, there won't be any cars on the road. The economy is going to stop. This is more of an Atlas Shrugged situation. As it is a Wall-E, we're heading into an Atlas Shrugged. Atlas is shrugging. You take the best and the brightest out. You take away your mechanics who can keep your cars running. If our cars ain't running, food can't get delivered without diesel mechanics, without truck drivers, without farmers to grow the food. You people need to think about that. We need farmers to grow that. We need truck drivers to deliver it. We need diesel mechanics to fix those trucks and keep those trucks on the road. If no one's going to school for the trades, if we don't have mechanics, those trucks are going to stop. food is not going to get delivered. Yeah, the economy is going to stop. Not just in the United States. This is I think this is global. This is happening globally. China's got the same issues. We're going to probably do a part 6 because there's another part of Dr. Phil that talks about the same issues. This young lady decides to be a plumber for a day, but one of them, they were really railroading this kid, is saying, why should I get up and work when I can make money online? He's right. This is what I'm doing right here with you. What we're doing right now. I build this up, and everything I just described, in a few months, I'll make enough to not work at all. That's right. I won't even have to need a part-time job. This will be my job. I just don't want it to become my job because you take the joy out of it when you do that. But even if it does, and I hope I can find inspiration to continue to make. This is my 5th video today. Well, it's all part of the same video. It's a series, and we're up to 26 minutes, and we'll go ahead and do a part 6. I can't believe we're going to do a part 6. All right. We'll see you in part 6. This concludes part 5. That's gone.